What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Alex. I'm outside in the back doing some cardio and weight training because tomorrow I work on Sunday. So if I'm out of breath, please, I apologize, forgive me, because Sunday will be an 8-hour shift and I will not get the chance to go hit up Planet Fitness and give you guys some more fitness workout videos. But Monday or Tuesday, I have a special video for you nice guys and good guys who always whine and complain about women disrespecting you. I'm going to show you how you can handle that. But today's YouTube video, I got 2 sex game videos to drop today. So the one I'm about to drop is about to be the rules of self-improvement. And in less than 4 hours from now, I'm going to do part 3 on people who hate their job. I'll talk in the first half, and then a special interviewer will finish off where I left off. I did promise I would come back and make a series out of that, and I intend to do that. Just, jury duty, discombobulate everything. Alright, sex game, the rules of self-improvement. Now, we make self-improvement videos, but we never talk about what are the rules of self-improvement. And it doesn't matter if it's 1 through 5 or 1 through 7 or how many rules self-improvement. So let me start off with reason number 1. Self-improvement does not have no timetable. Let me say it again as loud as I possibly can say it. Self-improvement does not have a timetable. You can self-improve yourself in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. It could be 25 to 30 years later. Self-improvement has no timetable. So it does not matter how much time do you need to self-improve yourself. So if guys from the age of 18 to 35 want to know, is there a timetable on self-improvement? There is no timetable. You can self-improve in 5 years. You can do self-improvement in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. If it's extreme, 25 to 30 years. There's no timetable on self-improvement. But there is one major fact that I do want you to understand. And it doesn't matter if you're a black man, a white man, a Mexican man, an Asian man. I don't care if you're from Russia, Paris and France, London, England, planet Mars. Hell, I don't care if you're from planet Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. Yes, you heard me. I said planet Vegeta. And the one fact that I want you to understand, while you're doing self-improvement, don't be whining and complaining if your best friends come back to you and say, hey, dude, you know that girl that rejected you in high school and college? You know that girl that dissed you at the gym? You know that girl that blew you off at work 5 times? She got married and she had kids. Or I heard the basketball team or the football team ran a train on her. Or she had sex with this thug. You're going to have women have sex with multiple men while you're doing self-improvement, which brings me to reason number 2. Women that you find physically sexually attractive, these women will have sex with multiple men. So while you're trying to get a house, an apartment, women will have sex with basketball and football players, not with you while you're self-improvement. While you're trying to get a car, she will have not 1 boyfriend. She will have 7 boyfriends while you're trying to get a car. No woman is going to wait for you to get a house or an apartment or a car. Do we understand ourselves, men? Do we understand ourselves, fellas? I'm not here being an asshole. I'm not here trying to make fun of you. I'm trying to kick some knowledge to you. They call it red pill knowledge. I'm going to call it red pill awakening. Everybody has a nickname here on YouTube for what they think red pill is. I'm going to call it red pill awakening. You know how the Hulk, you know how Bruce Banner awakens and turns into the Hulk? I'm going to call it red pill awakening. Okay? No woman, doesn't matter if it's black women, white women, Mexican women, Asian women. I don't care if you like foreign women from a foreign country. I don't care if you like tall women, short women. By the way, I am going to drop a future video on Men who like to have sex with women that are short and tall. So watch out for that video next week. But the point is, I don't care if you like black women, white women, Mexican women, or Asian women. I don't care if you like foreign women. I don't care if you like women in general. No woman is going to sit back and wait for you to get your shit together and just magically just sit there and wait for you 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. She's not going to wait for you. So just remember, when you get a house, she's going to have sex with multiple men. She's going to get her back blown out by the whole entire basketball team, the whole entire football team. You get an apartment. Don't be surprised if she have sex with some R&B singers, some rappers, some rock stars. You get a car. Don't be surprised if she trying to get her freak on with police officers and firefighters. You get your six-pack. Don't be surprised or shocked that she's having sex with the film director, okay? I'm trying to explain to you the rules of self-improvement. See, rule number 2 is, while you're self-improving yourself for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, doesn't matter if it's 25 to 30 years, while you're self-improving yourself, she's going to go out and have fun, okay? She's going to go to the nightclubs. She's going to go to the bars. She's going to do smoking and drinking and doing drugs. She's going to be a whore. So while you're self-improving yourself, just remember that I said that while you're trying to self-improve yourself, don't be mad and don't be surprised if your best friends at work or at school or at the gym come up to you and say, hey man, you know that girl that blew you off? No woman is going to wait for no man. You know how they say time waits for nobody? Well, I have one. Women don't wait for you. Doesn't matter if you find the woman physically, sexually attractive and the woman don't like you, okay? About 90% of the time, women you find physically, sexually attractive do not like you back. You know when women like you back. Hold on, let me show it for y'all. You see that wall right there? You see that? When women hit the wall, between the ages of 35 to 65, that's when they come back. Remember in those videos I said a woman could come back 10 years later, 15 years later, 20 years later, extreme cases 25 to 30 years later? That's when women come back, which brings us to reason number 3. Do not worry about trying to fit in, okay? A lot of guys want to have friends when they graduate from high school and college, and when they get a job, they want friends. You know what I found out in such a short span of a year of my second job? Not everybody wants to be your best friend. Not everybody likes you. Not everybody wants to be around you. There are days where I'm an asshole. People don't want to be around me. There are days where I'm not an asshole, and they still don't want to be around me. If I try to be by myself, they're perfectly just fine with that. What I'm trying to explain to you is, don't be trying to create a group of people to be friends with because you want everyone to like you. A part of self-improvement is not about making people like you. It's about taking the worst parts of yourself and transforming into the best version of yourself. It's not called friends improvement. It's not called women improvement. It's called self-improvement. And you see, most YouTubers do not make videos called the rules of self-improvement. If somebody's laughing at you and making fun of you because you ain't got no friends, you ain't got no clique, it's okay. You go create your own clique. You know, I'll give you a prime example. If you like skateboarding, go practice skateboarding. And you will find 7 other individuals that like skateboarding. And the people at your job that do skateboarding and they won't let you hang out because they think you're too old. They think that because you're in your 30s that you're too old. It's okay. I'm going to use the perfect movie to show you how you handle that situation. You've seen Fast and Furious, right? You've seen the very first Fast and Furious movie with Paul Walker, right? Well, if you know that archetype, that's a nice way of saying that character that they wrote in the script for Paul Walker, his character in that type of story was like between the ages of 25 to 30 years of age, if you look at that story. And that character had no friends in high school. That character had no friends in college. And when he graduated from the police academy and became a cop, he had no friends. You want to know when Paul Walker's character had friends? When it was time for him to go undercover and try to bust Don Toretto, that's when he all of a sudden had friends. Which means you got to have a skill in the trade. Which brings me to reason number 4. It's okay to have trades instead of skills. Now, I did make a YouTube video called Looks versus Skills, and I did say skills will help you get laid a lot. But I also said the skills have advantages and they have disadvantages. But the skills that I'm talking about in this video is it's okay if your talent is you're a computer graphic designer or you're a house archetype and you draw out blueprints for houses and apartments. It's okay if you draw out the blueprints to cars. Go pick up a set of skills and things of that nature. Okay? Number 5. The 5th rule on self-improvement. You will get people on your journey that will try to stop you from self-improving. That's right, you heard me. You will get people trying to stop you from self-improvement. Sometimes your own family members, uncles, aunties, your mom, your dad, your grandmom, your granddad. You will get a series of individuals that will try to stop you from becoming the best version of yourself. If you say, I want to have my own company, you will get at least 5 to 10 people trying to stop you from getting your own company. You say, I want to go to the gym so I can get bigger, stronger, faster, athletic. I want 6-pack abs. You will get people trying to stop you from going to the gym, from being in athletic shape. You say, I want to get a car because I don't want to ride the bus and the train no more, so I can get the bitches and the hoes. And you will have individuals trying to stop you from getting off the bus and the train and getting the car so you can get the bitches and the hoes. You say, I'm tired of living with my parents and my grandparents. I want a house or an apartment. You will get a series of individuals that will try to stop you from getting a house or an apartment because they're afraid you're doing it so you can get the bitches and the hoes. You might say, I hate my job. I want a new job. You're going to get a series of individuals trying to stop you just because you want to get a new job. If you say, I want to self-improve myself, I want to get new clothes and new shoes, I want to make more money, I want to save more money, I want to get a fresh haircut, I want to make a YouTube channel, you will get people trying to stop you just from trying to buy new clothes and new shoes with a fresh haircut. You will get people trying to stop you from making YouTube videos just like me. And you don't have to be an asshole just like me. You will get men trying to stop you, women trying to stop you. They'll be player hating. You get people at your own job and other employee workers trying to stop you from getting a house or an apartment by messing with your money. If you watch part 1 and part 2 of Sex Game, People Hate Their Job, part 1 and part 2, you will get people trying to mess with your money. You will get people at your own job trying to stop you from getting the bitches and the hoes. See, self-improvement I'm making the video because everyone makes self-improvement videos, but no one talks about the rules of self-improvement. If we put a bonus in, bonus number 6, rule number 6, if we just say instead of 5, 6 reasons. Do not stop after good work of progress, okay? I've seen this firsthand. A lot of guys, they get what they call temporary success, and no sooner they get that temporary success, all of a sudden they stop self-improving themselves because they think they're at the final level, and then all of a sudden their life suck. You got to keep self-improving. Now, you can take a break. You can take a break for 2 months, 3 months of self-improvement, but don't go 2, 3 months doing self-improvement and then go 7 months later not self-improving yourself. You have to always self-improve yourself, but always take a break. Don't worry about the bitches and the hoes. Don't worry about the women. Don't worry about the women that disrespected you in high school, college, at the gym, at the movie theater, the mall, at your job. Just remember this and remember this one thing. Self-improvement will transform you into the best version of yourself. It might take 5 years. It might take 10 years. It might take 20 years. It could take 20 to 25 years, 30 years. There's no timetable on self improvement. You can self improve in that time frame. But the realization is while you're self improving, the woman is not going to sit back and wait for you 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. When you're trying to physically, sexually attract women from the age of 18 to 29, no woman wants to hear, oh, you ain't got no house or no apartment. So while you trying to get a house and apartment, she's not going to wait for you. Because to her, that's boring and that's no fun. That takes a long time. And women can't tolerate long periods of time of you saying, I'm going to get a house or an apartment. Because when it comes to a house, you got to save up at least $15,000 to acquire a house. If it's an apartment, you got to save up at least $500, maybe more than that. That's going to take a while. And she ain't going to want to waste no 2 years, 3 years, 4, 5, 6, 7 years to see if you're going to get a house or an apartment. It sucks, but it's unfortunate. That happens. And you see why she out having fun and you self-improving and you putting in that work? Just remember this. They always come back. I don't care if it's women that disrespect you in high school, college, the gym, work, the movie theater, the mall. Somehow, some way, all women come back. Black women, white women, Mexican women, Asian women, foreign women, women at your job, women at the gym, women you see at the park. They all come back. 99.999% accuracy, they all come back. You know Captain America's shield in the Captain America movies? When he throws the shield, it knocks out the bad guys, right? But you notice his shield always come back to him. Iron Man's armor, no matter how far the distance is, Tony Stark snaps his fingers, his armor comes to him all the time, right? Well, guess what? You need to have that competitive mindset as if you're Iron Man from the Avengers, like you're Captain America. Guess what? Captain America's shield, it always comes back. If you take a frisbee out and you throw it, the dog catch it and the dog does what? The dog brings the frisbee back to you. So I don't care if you throw a frisbee 7 miles or 10 miles. If the dog run down the street 7 miles or 10 miles, the dog is going to bring the frisbee back to its master. 99.99% accuracy. And guess what? These women will come back to you. It don't matter if it's 10 years later, 15 years later, 20 years later, extreme cases 25 to 30 years later. And it don't matter if she get on an airplane and she moved to Atlanta City or New York City and you don't see that woman for 10 years. It'll be 10 years later, 15 years later, 20 years later, and she'll come right back to Los Angeles, California as if she never left. And then you'll see she's fat, she's out of shape, you know, she put on 30, 40, 50 pounds. She between 200 to 260 pounds, almost borderline 300 pounds, got 3 kids. And then you're not going to find this woman physically, sexually attractive. You're not going to want to ask this woman out to lunch and dinner because too much time's been lost. All the time you were self-improving yourself, she didn't want to have nothing to do with you. But when she see that you self-improved yourself, now she want to talk to you. And you have, and I should put reason number 7. You have a choice to say yes or bye bye, see you later. Most of you will just say bye bye, see you later, bitch, because you ain't gonna want no woman that disrespects you in high school, college, at the gym, and at work to come back 10 years later, 15 years later, 20 years later. Extreme cases 25 to 30 years later. And it don't matter if the woman give you excuses or no excuses. Don't matter if they're good excuses, bad excuses. The vast majority of you are going to say no. And part of it's going to be because once upon a time, she rejected me in high school, college, She publicly humiliated me at my workplace. She had me reported in the H&R. All women come back. I don't care if a woman say, I ain't never going to come back. They always come back. Because their circumstances change in 10 years. They get 3 kids. She ain't going to go to no nightclub when she got 3 kids. If she do, she can only stay at the nightclub for a limited time only. That's why I said next week I'm going to bring back the nightclub series. The first episode is going to be about men, and then the second episode is going to be about how women operate in the nightclub. So those are my 6 to 7 rules of self-improvement. All right, until then, peace.